Hello there, hello there, hello there. Welcome on in to episode 50 of the Digital Quill podcast. Today we're going to do kind of three different topics in a way, sort of. They all sort of blend together. There might be a little bit more topic and side tangents, but for now, three for sure.
Stories and topics.
And a little tiny show and tell. So, why don't you go ahead and do the show and tell part of today?
Oh.
Because I think you have something for us, don't we?
Yeah, just the main little thing we want to do. Little episode 50.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little late, but still no better time to say rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. Grew up listening to lots and lots of Ozzy because, of course, he's above my generation. He started in the 70s. I wasn't a thing till the 90s. But my show and tell for that is I've seen Ozzy twice. And once at the free Ozfest, they called it, where the ticket itself was free. You still had to pay parking, and everything inside was expensive, of course. But technically, the ticket was free. You had to print it out, and it was a pain in the ass. The website barely worked. It was 2007. And so that's where this shirt came. It was technically the Black Rain tour, right? And this would have been not Zakk Wylde was his guitarist. It was Gus G. Yeah, Gus G, I'm pretty sure, was on Black Rain. And then my uncle ended up with this shirt. Oh, this is upside down, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's alright. And let's see. There's tour spots on the back a little bit. Yeah. It's so faded. I'm trying to see where's Phoenix at. Where's Phoenix? There we go. Phoenix, Arizona is where we went. I'm trying to remember who else was there. I think it was like a good amount of people. That might have been where I saw like... Oh, no. Cricket Pavilion. I think Lamb of God was there. Who were the guys with the big armor suits? I don't remember. We missed the second stage set, so we only saw the main stage ones, but we were just mainly there for Ozzy, and it was awesome. He played a couple Sabbath songs. And then, in 2013, I went and saw Black Sabbath when Ozzy went back with them. Mostly them. It wasn't the original drummer, but it was still his drummer, so it was still cool. And they came here in 2013. And then this poor old shirt is falling apart. These things are all in tatters because they're all that old, 2007 and beyond. I need to get shirt frames, frame them. They're relics of the past. Oh, and here's a neat one. This is from the 2007 Free Ozfest. Let's see. It's a little CD that I made. Someone did a bootleg recording of it somewhere. Let's see. Here's the parking ticket, and I think, yeah, you trade in the vouchers and get the actual tickets. So that's my tickets from the Free Ozfest. I shoved them into the CD.
Interesting.
Live Nation on the side. Can't tell what it is otherwise, though. But yeah, that's my recording for the Ozfest that I went to for just Ozzy's set. None of the other guys, I think, are on that. But yeah, it was fun. Rest in peace, Ozzy. Big influence on a lot of my guitar playing and growing up and listening to music and this and that and this and that. Got introduced to from my parents and uncle and cousins, and general society still really liked a lot of the 80s and 90s stuff. Metal back then was huge, so Ozzy was big deal. Big deal.
Thank you earlier, by the way, for playing a tribute that I will be blasting to social media everywhere, because your guitar playing is awesome, and I would like people to recognize that too.
It was. I'm super rusty. It's all muscle memory.
It's been years. It's fine.
Yeah, I fell to the wayside with it.
Hopefully.
Say I played for at least a good 10 or 12 years straight-ish, and then lost it. Lost the time to get to it. And the motivation. Maybe this will be the start of some more.
I have the question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Besides Ozzy, what else got you into music, and who introduced you to, like, Ozzy? Did you find him yourself?
No, that was, like I said, definitely my parents. I definitely remember my mom and dad even listening in the radio in the car a lot. Or everyone had tapes and CDs back then, especially my uncle and my mom had tons of CDs and tapes. And everyone had Black Sabbath and Ozzy, and like, you know, Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax, all the big metal bands, and AC/DC and Aerosmith, all the popular rock stuff. Ozzy was always on the radio. I think I mentioned how he's kind of wasn't as on the radio as much. Like, maybe he's been overplayed since the 2010s or something, and it was less and less. But in the 90s and 2000s, it was everywhere. And he was still in movies, and he still had his TV show. He still was super relevant.
I may not have the same personal connection to Ozzy that everybody seems to kind of have online lately. And it's not that I don't relate. A long time ago, I want to say, when was MJ's? Was that 12 or 13?
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
That one kind of messed me up.
That might have been 2011, I think.
That one kind of messed me up quite a bit. And it kind of reactivated the grief that I didn't get to have when I realized officially that I would never attend a Kurt Cobain or a Nirvana concert.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I empathize. I don't know. See, empathy and sympathy are like two different things. I think. And, like, I empathize because I understand the pain people are feeling, but sympathize because I know the person, I think. I think that's what like, yeah. I don't, that's my disconnect. And that's why I'm kind of trying to still honor the human and the human's memory through the people who do love the human and know the human and are touched by the humans.
But it's not passing. A personal connection that you had. It is just...
So I'm trying to give the space for that.
Resonating that feeling. So, yes.
Because it's not something I relate to or can energetically latch on to.
It's a weird thing to have, like, a celebrity and musical influence like that be such a big, like, chunk of your life and inspiration, who you are and listen to and prefer and all that.
We have a surprise guest.
The Triller.
DJ. Hello, kitten. Hello. Alright, go be a kitten someplace else. So, another, like, thing, I guess, when it comes to music is, my parents and my family didn't really listen to the same kind of, like, hard rock and heavy stuff. It was mostly, like, country and other things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got lucky, and my musical household was actually pretty varied. A lot of the country and stuff, because it's Arizona. We're all a little bit country down here.
Once upon a time, my mother described us as an overgrown cow town, and up until about 2020, I would have agreed. But after that, we're a city now, sweetheart. We're no longer an overgrown cow town.
Now we're another Silicon Valley.
Yep.
Roasting away.
But sometimes I know, even like with my own mom, I have like not so very good or forgiving memories. Mostly bad, unforgiving memories.
Same.
And
unfortunately.
Yes.
All too relatable.
They were
in
my
various
fundamental
ways.
years of listening to music, country, and with my mom and my father and my dad, and just in general, family and music. My aunt actually is the one who kind of introduced me to more genres around the time that I was introduced to music with my PSP and Rock Band Unplugged.
Oh,
I think it actually happened like this. I had my Sony MP3 after I had my PSP, which honestly, for alliteration purposes, kind of makes sense, just the way sequences seemed to happen in my life back then.
Keep explaining. Let me grab another relic.
Oh, a relic, I see.
Another relic of the past.
More show and tell. But yeah, that's like the thing. My aunt, she introduced me to a lot of extra music by loading a lot of it onto my MP3 for me, just based on what I was listening to with my PSP and like what she think I would like. And you know, my eclectic music taste, where I listen to almost every genre under the sun, might be a combination of Rock Band Unplugged and how they have grunge and pop and rap and all sorts of stuff.
There is a huge variety in the not just Unplugged, but all like the Rock Band Guitar Hero games.
Yeah, I don't really like those ones. Like PSP. I know people hate that when I say that, but I'm like,
no, it's more like the little like traditional rhythm game that came before the plastic instruments.
Seriously?
Yes. That style goes back to arcades and PS1. That's harmonics' bread and butter.
Then I like the traditional style, and you cannot get me to touch another one of those plastic instruments. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Gaming history lesson unlocked.
Neat.
Here's a history lesson.
I mean, I do like things as simple as skee ball, but also, what am I looking at?
This is a simplistic thing from 2004 or 5. I got this. It's a MP3 player. It's got play, forward, backwards, volume, up and down, and a shuffle. And it's just 128 megabytes. There's your USB there. There's your basically the flash drive, and then a battery. This would have been like the cheapo model back then, because there were eventually ones with screens on them, and you could see what you were actually playing.
Yeah, mine had a screen. This fangled device is cool. It looks like a weapon. But it plays music. A weapon of sound.
Yeah, it looks like some Iron Man gadget or something in the red.
Why do I feel like technology was cooler before it got cool? Like,
they were still playing around. They don't play around anymore. Now everything's just smartphone this. Turn everything into a smartphone. Yeah.
Computers are cool, I guess, but, you know, mechanical. We're looking for mechanical, not computer. Here you go. Take your device before I kidnap it.
Surprised it still works.
And add to my collection of devices I don't have. Interesting show and tell. Thanks for bringing that.
Yeah. And it's just like, that's another thing, a relic from a time that was both good and bad. Because of the whole mother unit situation.
Almost parental figure?
Yeah. So it's like you find your solace and your comfort in things and music. And Ozzy had a vast catalog. He's been around forever. So it's like you got something with a bunch of history. You can become your own encyclopedia on certain bands and musical artists and celebrities and stuff. And then lo and behold, he's a goofball with a TV show too. And
do you have
notorious for various reasons?
Do you have any musical influences of people you never actually met but just knew of?
I mean,
or at least have
most music like that you would listen to.
I mean, yeah, but I meant more like in like a chosen family kind of aspect.
Oh.
Come here, cat. Where are you?
There's been a couple people whose stuff I've had like recommended like local. They're like, hey, this is my buddies, or hey, me and my friends used to do this and that and this and that. Or I have a friend who is in a picture of a crowd, like front rowish, on the back of an album cover of a band I already knew about before I knew this friend. And he gave me the album cover and go, dude, that's me. He had a couple copies of it, and he had him and his old roommate were on there, and he had both copies, his roommate's copy. So he gave me the roommate's copy. It's like, oh well. Band in question was a Oakley Dokley.
An Oakley Dokley.
It's a Ned Flanders from The Simpsons joke. They all dress like him. It's all heavy metal, but it's all goofy comedy.
I like gimmicks like that.
But I'd say that's a chosen family and musical influence, because I sure like my goofy music every now and then too. And Oakley Dokley is like perfect example. Oh, a great one. Speaking of Ozzy, is Mac Sabbath. Have you seen Mac Sabbath?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God. It's like the Ronald McDonald Band version of Black Sabbath.
I see.
Yeah,
I
like
see.
the Hamburglar is there, Grimace, all of the McDonald people, but it's Black Sabbath. And it's called Mac Sabbath. And they just do Sabbath songs, but it's about like McDonald's food and shit.
Now you're making me crave McDonald's food. How dare I?
Yep. It's a glorious mesh of Americana.
My chosen family has been kind of weird throughout the years. Don't mean to cut you off there, but so I guess for a time period you could say my mother and my aunt were my chosen family, and even my dad, who passed away when I was about to turn 13. I didn't get to know as much of my dad's music as I wanted to. I know he probably listened to some Willie Nelson, and I kind of just try to find anything from the 50s or 40s country or honky-tonk wise that he might have enjoyed. He did watch a lot of westerns.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine.
It sounds like my grandpa's style.
I guarantee
know a lot of those kind of artists from him.
he probably wouldn't have listened to my music casually, but he would have listened to it and provided substance of opinion on some level.
Yeah, some appreciation to a sort.
Mother definitely listened to more than just country. We did listen to like kind of pop, but like whatever the radio was playing back in the day, 99.9 KEZ. She played a lot of oldies. I guess hair metal. Is hair metal from the 70s or the 80s?
That's more of an 80s thing.
Like Bon Jovi and Billy Joel.
Yep.
My mom was fans of those.
80s
Prince
was awesome for freaking rock and metal.
Was Prince more pop for the 70s or 80s?
Pop rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, they did listen to other stuff, but like it was not the modern stuff when I was growing up, you know, like Katy Perry or Hannah Montana or like Pitbull or Eminem. Like that, they weren't listening to that. I had to find that, and they most certainly were not listening to Nirvana or the Smashing Pumpkins
or... That's such a weird thing, because it's like...
Why does some people hate grunge and pop? I just need to know.
The older generational influence in some way. Whereas mine was Gen X influence, and they were whacked, right? Gen X, y'all were whacked. Being an 80s kid, oh my goodness, I could only imagine sometimes. Oh. And so it's weird. They had the older influence from themselves, and they still had that. But then they had the whack side. And then music just kind of kept getting wackier. Like, I was the one listening to, like, Korn and Limp Bizkit and System of a Down and Linkin Park. And my mom, the Gen Xer, couldn't handle a lot of that stuff. But then, I don't know. Music is funny. It grows on people. Eventually, she was listening to Eminem.
And that's like the fun thing is because like there are modern songs I was able to get my mother to listen to, and sometimes because of the bad memories with her, they hurt a lot. A few of them have made it into That Hurts playlist.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's that one song by Jason Mraz? The I Won't Give Up on You song? Can't listen to that without thinking about how she used to sing it and how we used to sing it together. And I don't know, like even like nowadays, because it's like so far past, like I can sometimes listen to it and be like, oh yeah, what a good memory. Sometimes it's like,
she had a singing voice, and I have a song that I remember she could sing.
you remember my mother singing.
Yep.
She's still why I want to sing myself and why I am going to be working on my voice for the rest of my life.
There was a good trait to her. That was at least one.
And that is why I do consider some of my blood to have been at one point chosen family, which they think and they say that blood should always be your chosen family, but not always. I feel
sometimes you gotta let that blood relation family go.
For the betterment of the both of you.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I've got a lot of good memories and a lot of good influence with Ozzy, but honestly, it's really sad that he had his last show and just passed away right after, because I have not been listening to that much Ozzy in recent years. I feel like, even to myself, it's overplayed. I've played all those songs on guitar a billion times over and over. So and then it just reminds me of that specific time and Mom. So I'm like, and now I'm going back to it. I'm like, okay, time to circle back around, start opening back up to Ozzy again, and just let that go and just let it be what it is.
No.
Good ass music.
I'm sorry if this question hurts. Being someone that has a fun connection to music, especially when it comes to like family influences and chosen family influences and stuff like that, does it hurt more in your grief that they're not there to grieve with you than it does that they're not there at all? So I guess my question, because that was a terrible delivery of question, does it hurt more in your grief for grieving over Ozzy that you aren't able to grieve with your influences that helped you listen to it and listened with you to it?
Some of them aren't here anymore, those influences, the family, and some of them don't need to be here anymore. And so I do have that thought. It is up there, the grieving with the ideal versions of them. All of us like at an Ozzy concert, all just chilling around listening to some freaking Ozzy tapes or CDs, or we've even had some of the vinyls. At one point I have had every single freaking Ozzy album, I think, except the last one he ever did. I never bought that CD.
That is an answer.
All the other ones, though,
of sorts that I can relate to. My mom was a big fan of Heart.
Oh, there you go. Heart's awesome.
And Dog and Butterfly was one of my favorite songs. And when Heart came back to Talking Stick Resort after I had stopped talking to her, I had really wanted to go to that concert.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I feel like I would have been thinking about Mother the entire time. How she probably would have loved singing with me, because I think the last time Heart was here in Phoenix, it was their last show.
This was specifically my uncle's shirt. It's bleached out a lot more than the one that I'm wearing. And he was right there with me. We got upgraded to seats from the lawn because he couldn't quite walk through at the time. Oh, they're big shirts. We were bigger then. He was big. But yeah, he was right there at the concert singing with me. So it's weird. It's a good memory.
Yeah.
But I've got a lot of bad memories with him. So I don't know. Things hurt. Things are good.
That's one of the things why I like the idea about chosen family, is you can now choose new people in your life to listen to new music with and go to concerts with and make memories that are good. Not that they replace the old good memories, but they take the sting of the old good memories away. And please don't dig your paws into this.
She's having a little freak out. Crazy little triller.
Indeed. Doesn't know what to do with herself. But yeah, the chosen family in music, like, I sometimes feel like we can choose forms of family also through our media in a way. An interesting example actually to that one is Heartland. You remember that movie or show I used to watch with the Heartland Ranch group?
Yeah, that show still going, isn't it? Or
It is.
Kept going? Yeah.
It's still going. It's been going since 2007.
Yeah, that show's been around. I've seen some of it. I do remember.
I like shows like that, and even though I am, let's be clear, fully aware that they're fictional people, or, you know, musicians are people I will probably never sit in a room with unless I go to a concert and pay exorbitant Ticketmaster fees.
Get your $5,000 VIP ticket.
But, it's still kind of like a nice creature comfort to be able to, like, see people musically or TV wise on a screen or in person or whatever, and be able to connect and kind of be like, I choose the values or the mindsets that associate with this because this is the type of person I would want or would think I want in a chosen family.
Yeah, you see traits or I guess
find your tribe thing.
Emotions and energy that you resonate with and like, and be like, yes, that's my kind of people and my
Kurt
kind
Cobain. Motherfucker
actions.
came up on stage barefooted. I love being barefooted. Dude got it. And I know some of it was probably the drugs, let's be real. But dude got it. He just wanted to be barefoot on stage. And you know, there are actually plenty of musicians who do that sober. Thank you. I would do that sober. Just saying, if I was a musician, because vibrations in feet while playing music.
How many of us resonate with the guy who's all tatted up, probably coked out or drunk, real sweaty and wet from all kinds of water, screaming, yelling, and ripped off the head of a dead bat, because he thought it was a toy and was just thinking it was a gimmick, because evil. The Prince of Darkness.
Is that how that happened?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't intentional?
No. Well, it was intentional. This is a good one because it's just a story. I don't think there might be a picture. They were in a meeting. Ozzy was hungover or just getting like morning drunk or something, and Sharon was at some press meeting with the executives for the next album deal. And to freak out these new executives or something, Ozzy bit the head off of a dove in this meeting.
That's
and
nice.
There's some kind of picture of either the dove in his mouth or without a head or something. I don't know.
That's nice.
That's the real weird one. Everyone talks about the bat, but there was a weirder one. The bat wasn't that bad.
So, Ozzy was the bat one, and Manson is the rib removal one?
Something like that. I don't know if that's real or if that's a myth.
I don't know. I hear things, I say things, and I hope they're true, or I sometimes when I say things, I hope they're not true. It varies.
Yeah.
Context is usually needed.
Who knows sometimes. But yeah, a lot of people seem to resonate with the guy who kind of, I don't know, he romanticized evil in ways like so much of the goth look.
Not romanticized per se, I would say. Yes, but maybe the better word or the better actuality.
Romanticize the occult. Not so much evil,
Hold
a lot of the songs are warnings about it. Honestly,
Hold on.
Black Sabbath is a Christian band.
The way that I see it is, he's a visionary, right? He has a message, he has something to say, he's an artist, okay? He did a lot of crazy things. I mean, you hear about it. The bat thing, the dove thing, let's go. What he did was, yeah, he romanticized the occult and stuff like that, but also he humanized it. He showed it as a way
Yes.
of being human, because it's not that we choose, or it's not that we are born necessarily per se evil. It's more so that we choose it. We can
Very
wild
true.
out and be fun and crazy and have a great time and a safe time and a happy time, but we don't need all the destruction and all the damage and all the hell and shit that it brings.
Nope. And he definitely puts a lot of himself into a lot of those songs too. If you notice, he gets very poetic about shit that he was always feeling or thinking about, either drug influenced or not. he I don't know. You tie a way to make things sound like spooky scary for the time, because like he was so heavy for his time. But then he's also kind of venting a lot of shit too. There's a lot of that for Black Sabbath stuff. Like a lot of that is timeless. Like War Pigs. It's like a permanent anti-war song.
There's a few of those out there. Anti-war songs. Isn't John Lennon, excuse me. Isn't Imagine kind of like a humanities or a like altruistic sort of song?
Something like that, yeah. I think Ozzy did a cover of that song.
Really?
Can't remember
No
if that was
shit.
a 90s or a recent one. Yeah. Lennon's Imagine?
No shit.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Well, he did some John Lennon song.
Might have
he
to.
really liked the Beatles.
I'm not a Beatles fan per se. They have good songs. I don't listen to them casually, but I do like that one. That one gives me a hopeful and solemn vibe. It's like, it's almost like I brought him up earlier. Michael Jackson's "Heal the World," or there's another song he does. It's very similar to "Heal the World," and I keep blanking on the name. Earth or something to that effect. It's like more of a poem, sort of.
Mother Earth or something like that. Yeah.
You remember it?
Yeah, I know the beat to it too. It's like a balladish kind of one.
Yes. It was on the This Is It deluxe edition, I believe, because it had a few of his poems and a few other songs that weren't really released.
Yeah. It's
I feel
stuff,
like
stuff
we
to go
lost.
back to. I keep losing the way with music that I gotta get back to my influences and my
I'm glad you
roots.
keep coming back to music, though. Music is like one of the, besides communication and just food and human connection, it's like one of the things that predates probably humans in general.
In many ways, I guess, the rhythms of the universe.
I mean, not to get magical and mystical and stuff. Not that I don't ever do that or anything.
No, not around here. Not at all.
Nope, never. I never questioned the laws of the universe. But, yeah, I mean, whale song, whales make song, and I guarantee you those prehistoric motherfuckers did.
Oh, yeah. We all invented drums and
Because of the wind and stuff.
wind instruments at the same time, yeah.
I mean, they are called wind instruments for a reason. And we have a surprise guest coming in. Hello.
It's Things Beyond Sound himself stopping by.
I mean, technically, this is their recording equipment. So.
Well, there you go.
Which, by the way, simple shout out for that. Thank you for the equipment, and go listen to Things Beyond Sound now.
It is a good podcast.
It's actually pretty good, yeah.
Well, let's see.
Do you have any more things to say about Chosen Family or music or anything of today's topics in general? Do you have any more show and tell for us?
It's nice to associate the memories and the good and the bad, but I used to avoid, the good because of the bad a lot of times. So that's kind of what I want to take away from all this is don't avoid the good because of bad. If there was something that you liked and it's associated with a period that's kind of hard to go back to, sometimes you got to pull the good out of all the hard to go back to.
Or you push through the bad and you keep up with the good.
Yep. And don't let it slip to the wayside, because then it's even sadder somehow once you don't have it anymore.
Life is better with music.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us for today on this episode of the Digital Quill podcast. This was episode 50, where we gave a Ozzy Osbourne tribute. May you rest in peace and power. And also talked a little bit about family, chosen family, and the musical influences that people give us sometimes.
It's neat what influences our times, our emotions, and our beings. And I don't know, it's a lot to think about, a lot to worry about, but sometimes you still just have to not worry about it and enjoy the good for what it is. Good.
Tune in next time, everybody. As always, humans of Earth, please keep going. Never stop.
Earthlings.
Remember to breathe, drink water, and thank you for letting me give you my time and sharing your time with me. Or us, I guess. Us. All right. Bye, everybody.
Have fun, y'all.